base swine may take your blood, a limb, maybe even your dignity. But tonight, we take Rudhelm Castle! And if you want to live to kick your feet up on King Melric's supper table, you best heed my words! Listen up, peasants! Your basic attacks are slash, stab, and overhead. Slashes are easiest to land and good against multiple opponents, while stabs have the greatest range and overheads deal the most damage.
Crush these bastards!
You can also combo your moves together by inputting the next move before the current one finishes to become a whirlwind of steel on the battlefield. Ah, glorious gore! Nothing's fairer.
Torch all the hobbles!
You hit your opponent with your weapon, not your eyes, nimwit! When swinging, don't keep your crosshair on an opponent, but instead turn your hips during the attack to land your strike as early as possible. Or turn away to throw off your opponent's timing. Yeah, but don't get caught looking like a fool trying to spin to win. Ugh, I've seen enough. Combining your footwork, strike selection, and dragging is key to mastering the blade. Sword combat is a dance of death, built on a back-and-forth flow known as initiative, which for the slow means timing advantage. When an attack lands, it will interrupt your opponent's strike, allowing you to press the attack, forcing your opponent to the defensive. Sorry, just clearing up a blockage. Speaking of blocks, if your opponent strikes at you, parry their blow by aiming at it, and then attack just after to perform a riposte, rewarding you with a fast follow-up attack that also blocks incoming strikes for a time. You can now hold a parry, which rapidly drains stamina the longer you hold it. If you attempt to parry a strike with low stamina, you will be disarmed.
Help me! Help me!
Shields can also be held, but eventually they will break. A held parry can help you get out of a bad spot, but true excellence on the battlefield requires well-timed counters. A counter acts as a perfect parry and rewards the defending player by negating the stamina loss of blocking an incoming blow. To perform a counter, a player enters the defensive stance and then attacks from block with a strike that matches their opponent's incoming strike type. However, failing to match your opponent's strike will render you punished. A crafty opponent can feint by winding up one attack and then quickly switching to another, making it difficult for your opponent to defend with counters. Kicks are good against parries. If you see an opponent parrying, you can throw a kick and break their block, opening them up for a free follow-up strike. However, kicks do not interrupt attacks, so try not to get punished. Jabs can be used as a quick short-range strike to gain back initiative after taking a hit. But they can't break a parry. Oh! Learn or die. Each of the basic attacks, slash, overhead, and stab, can be held down for higher damage. Heavy attacks are useful against blocking or multiple opponents, as they will continue through an opponent's counter. Special attacks are a high risk-reward move that consume a huge amount of stamina and the potential for massive damage. The brave charge into battle. Once running at full speed, you can tackle players to the ground or launch powerful sprint attacks. To avoid incoming attacks, you can dodge left, right, or backward. To stay close to your opponent, try ducking left or right underneath their swing. Any weapon can be thrown, and thrown weapons can be parried. Weapons and many other objects can be picked up off the battlefield and also thrown.
I should have listened in training.
Stay still! I need to show them every type of thing you can toss.
No!
Yeah! You can see how injured your opponents are by the amount of blood on them and how close they seem to be to falling over. If you are hurt, patch yourself up with a bandage. Mastering these techniques will make you invincible!
Yeah! Woohoo! Victor!
Well, almost.
Ready, arrows? And loose!
Attack!
It's Retreat! Retreat!
For glory!
Goddamn throws!
So prepare yourself for the greatest melee combat system ever devised, and your